Okay, so let's dive in. Here's a thought.
Hmm.
What if those betting apps on your phone, what if they're not just for placing bets anymore?
Mm.
What if they're actually becoming, huge sports media companies,
Wow.
creating their own content, just like, say, ESPN?
That's exactly it. That's the surprising idea that really stood out from the sources you shared for this deep dive.
Right. It's quite a shift.
It is. And we've been digging into this material, and it paints a very clear picture. Betting companies are moving way beyond just offering odds.
Okay. So our goal here really is to quickly walk you through what the sources show these companies are doing in media and why they're spending so much on making content.
Yeah, the motivation is key.
And maybe most importantly, what this whole change means for you, when you're just watching highlights or reading sports stuff online.
So first off, the sources really hammer home this big shift. It's not just about the transaction, the bet anymore.
Right.
The material shows they're deep into producing stuff now, like live shows, commentary.
Influencers too.
Oh yeah, influencers, podcasts, the whole range, really.
That's a huge move strategically. And the why, according to the analysis in these sources, it seems almost simple.
It kind of boils down to attention, doesn't it?
Exactly. Attention is the main currency now.
Yeah.
Just showing odds doesn't cut it.
No, not in this crowded space. People want stories, they want hype, analysis, that whole ecosystem around the sport.
And the sources suggest the smart betting companies just realized, hey, we need to be the content providers.
Precisely. Grab that attention first.
So how are they actually doing it? The tactics mentioned in the reports you shared are pretty interesting.
They really are. It's not just buying ads. They're sponsoring creators directly, like on YouTube.
And betting themselves right in.
Yeah, getting into those fan communities. And one article pointed out they're hiring former athletes, think ex-footballers.
Using their credibility.
Exactly. Leveraging that built-in fan base and trust. And, crucially, building their own production teams for original shows.
Any specific examples mentioned?
Yeah. The sources cited companies like FanDuel, Betway, Stake.com. They're really leading this charge.
But it goes deeper than just, like, analysis shows,
Yeah.
right? The sources talk about actual media ownership plays.
That's right.
Yeah.
Serious plays. Buying up streaming rights. Sometimes for, smaller leagues or niche sports.
So they can offer exclusive video, content you only get on their platform.
Exactly. That's a big part of it. And the material even mentioned mobile studios.
Mobile studios.
Yeah, broadcasting live right from big events. Imagine getting streams from, say, F1 races, UFC fights, even esports tournaments.
Wow. All produced by the betting company itself, which, as the sources lay out, points to the end goal.
Yeah.
Control the content pipeline.
And you get direct access to the audience's attention.
Right. And if they control your attention around sports,
They've got a much better shot at influencing where you place your bets.
it really does blur that line, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Between just watching sports and, well, gambling.
Massively. And the subtlety is key here, something the material really highlights.
Okay.
Well, this content often looks just like regular sports stuff. A highlight reel, maybe a quick match preview, those short clips you see on TikTok.
So it blends right in.
Seamlessly. You might not even think about the fact that the main goal behind it is often to nudge you towards betting.
Okay, so boiling it all down from these sources,
Yeah.
the main takeaway is pretty clear.
Yeah.
That line between sports media, entertainment, and betting promotion, it's getting really, really fuzzy.
It absolutely is, because these companies are acting like and becoming genuine media producers.
Powerful ones.
Definitely. Which leads directly to a kind of warning that came through in the material you provided.
Okay, what's that?
That in this new landscape, you're not just watching. Your attention, your engagement, you are, in a way, the product being cultivated.
Your potential betting is the target.
In a very real sense, yes.
Which leaves us, and you listening, with a pretty big question to think about, doesn't it?
It does.
When you're watching that highlight clip or reading that analysis, how does knowing the creator's main goal might be to influence your betting? How does that change how you see it?
Yeah. What does it mean when the entertainment and the push to gamble are basically coming from the same place, looking like the same thing? Something to consider.